Well, the National Comedy Center is cutting the ribbon on a new exhibition today that honors the legendary New York City Comedy Club, of course, Caroline's on Broadway. Joining us now to talk more about this is Journey Gunderson, the Executive Director of the National Comedy Center. Journey, good to see you again. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Caroline's. If folks know or like comedy at all, you've heard about Caroline's on Broadway. But for those who may not be familiar, tell us about a little of the history behind that incredible club.
Sure. Well, as you probably already know, the National Comedy Center is the nation's official cultural institution that tells comedy story. And you can't tell the story of the club scene in comedy without talking about Caroline Hirsch and her legendary club, which operated for 40 years as a New York comedy staple and institution. The club closed in December, and we partnered with Caroline Hirsch to preserve one of the most iconic backdrops in club history. You might recognize behind me here the Harlequin pattern, Caroline's portion of the exhibit, the stage, the bar fly stools, and this is just a portion of the exhibit behind me. So visitors now to the National Comedy Center, one of the most interactive and immersive museums anywhere in the world, can actually take advantage of a photo op standing in front of the famous backdrop of Caroline's Comedy Club, within the presence of the DNA of the greats of all time. I mean, the people who got their start in this club include Jerry Seinfeld, Norm Macdonald, Wanda Sykes, Chris Rock, Michael Che, Dave Attell. The list really goes on because it was 40 years of the best of comedy being honed and developed there. And most of what's in our comedy consciousness in terms of albums and specials started right on Caroline Hirsch's stages.
And Journey, maybe you kind of answered this question already, but I was wondering this when the announcement was made in December when it closed. How big of a loss is this to the industry? I mean, there are always going to be perhaps replacement clubs, but I mean, just listen to the list that you just said to us of the people, the comedians who got their start here. What is it like now in this industry to lose a place like Caroline's?
Well, comedy does suffer because without the gyms, you don't have experimentation. You don't have the ability for people to try new bits on for size and hone them. And anyone who knows comedy, especially stand-up, knows it's thousands of hours of honing that go into something you eventually hear on an album or in a special. And so the comedy clubs and people going and seeing live comedy is the root of the industry and the art form. And that's part of the story that we tell here at the Comedy Center. You're not just taking it all in and standing and relishing in Caroline's in particular. One of the things you learn in this exhibit is about clubs and the role they play in comedy as an art form. And now I'm proud that Caroline Hirsch, for what role she's played in comedy, here at the Comedy Center in Jamestown, stands toe-to-toe with Johnny Carson, who we have a new exhibit about, Carl Reiner, George Carlin's archives are here. We just announced the acquisition of Joan Rivers' 65,000 joke notes. So it feels appropriate to put someone who was such a force in comedy behind the scenes, Caroline Hirsch, here at the museum.
Really well said, Journey. I also want to ask not only how folks can see this exhibit, how long it's expected to be there, but also if you all have anything else going on this summer, because it always seems like there is something new at the Comedy Center there.
Yes, well, I mentioned that the Johnny Carson exhibit is hosted by a hologram of Jimmy Fallon, and that's an immersive, incredible experience. Also, kids and teens are free this summer. That is a new special opportunity that Schultz Auto Group underwrote for us as generous donors. So kids and teens are free this summer. And of course, we have the Lucille Ball Comedy Festival coming up August 2nd through the 6th. The tickets are available and all the information at comedycenter.org/festival. But the headliners include Taylor Tomlinson, arguably the hottest act in comedy anywhere, and Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias, and more than 15 other artists. So check that out in Jamestown, August 3rd through the 6th.
Fantastic. A summer full of events. If you haven't gone to the National Comedy Center in Jamestown, make it an opportunity to get down there. It is a fantastic place. Journey, you do such a great job sort of explaining the importance of this history and the importance of this gem that we have right here in our own backyards in the Southern Tier. Journey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get another